Recently, I just moved out of my parents' house for the first time, and this is how it looks. As we go through the video, comment down below how much you think my monthly rent is, as I'll be revealing it at the end of the video so you can see how close you guessed. So good luck, and I'll see you at the end of the video. So this property is located in a quiet area, just a short walk from the London Luton airport, right on the edge of Luton. And yes, planes are extremely loud here. This house is a professional house share, of which I share with 5 other people. Out the front, there's a decent driveway where a couple of my housemates are able to keep their cars, and there's a small area out the front, which is basically used as a smoking area, or I guess if you just want to sit outside and stare out the Luton postman. And I know what you're thinking, the place doesn't look big enough for 6 people. Well, you'll see how it is shortly. As you go through the front door, you're greeted by a small corridor. This is where we keep some of our shoes, and there's a small rail where we keep up some of our coats. As for this first door on the right hand side, this is the bathroom that I use, which I share alongside 2 other housemates. As you go in, you can see it's fairly modern and reasonably clean. On the left, there's a good sized rail for our towels. Ahead, we've got the toilet, which above it has a small shelf for storage. Then above that is a mirror that opens up as a cupboard, which I use as mainly my storage space. Then we have this sliding door shower, which I think has plenty amount of room. It has the space to store your toiletries in it, and the actual shower itself is fairly powerful. Then on the right, we have a sink with a bigger mirror, and again here, both are a decent size, and it has the extra couple shelves, just so we have enough storage. As you go out of the bathroom and turn a right, this then opens up to the main living area. For starters, this whole room is open plan. On the left hand side, you've got the lounge, where it comes with a big leather sofa, the flat screen against the back wall that came connected with these speakers, as well as having extra chairs, with the front window bringing in a lot of natural light. And you'll notice this property has the small things about it, for example the artwork on the walls throughout the house. This area used just to chill out and either watch TV, or because the Wi-Fi box is here, if I'm ever working from home, I'll plug in my laptop and work from here. Behind the sofa, the room is then split up by the breakfast bar. The breakfast bar is a good size when we're either eating or preparing food, and this is just a place if we don't want to eat in our rooms, we can eat here. As we get into the kitchen, it has a big L-shaped worktop that came with everything that you can see, like the microwave, kettle and toaster. And as we go on and look over the sink, again we've got big windows here letting in a lot of natural light, of which has a view just over the end of the runway. Then we've got a big stove, and as well as a double oven. If you're wondering how 6 people can store all of their food and share the same kitchen, basically this is how it's done. The kitchen comes built in with 2 large fridge freezers, and each person has a shelf in each dedicated to their room number. The same applies also to the storage within the kitchen. So for example, this is the storage of my room, likewise of some of the others, and as for the storage that isn't numbered, that's the storage that we share. Then behind us to the kitchen is another door which leads you to the utilities room. In here we've got a standard tumble dryer and washing machine, which unfortunately is on a meter, where it costs £1 for an hour of usage. Going back into the room and going past the breakfast bar, we then have the next door. This then brings you onto a landing where we have the first 2 rooms. Then as you loop round, you then go down this staircase, which then brings you onto the next rooms. Immediately at the bottom of the stairs, we've got a small storage space, mainly for things like the Hoover, and sometimes this is where we just have a closed rail if we want to try and be cheap and not spend that £1 on drying. Going past another 2 rooms, we then have a long corridor where we've got another room on the right, as well as one right at the very end. Then we have our back door, which leads out onto a small patio area where there's not too much going on out here, other than just a small seating area, but the view at night of the airport can be quite nice. The garden does extend a lot further than this, but this area is completely restricted by the landlord. As we go back in and loop around to the right, the room on your left hand side is the room that I'm currently living in. So as you can see, this is not the biggest of rooms, but it's big enough for me, and it's basically everything I need. In fact, this is actually the cheapest room in the house, just because it is the smallest, but like I said, it still serves its purpose. I aim to keep it as clean as possible, just due to the space that I have got. I basically have to keep on top of it, otherwise you feel like you can't really breathe in it. In general, I wanted to keep it very minimalistic, i.e. I feel like that's why I don't have too much stuff, and I haven't got much on display. Again, with this room, it's completely lit up by the natural light coming in through the window, which most of the time I keep open just to let fresh air in throughout the day. Temporarily, I have got these cards out on display, as yes, I was 21 not too long ago, but as storage goes for this room, so far it's been everything that I've needed. As you come in, I've just displayed my shoes along the right. The only thing I could upgrade for this is to get a small shoe rack, but for now they're like this. Then I've got my first set of storage, which I just have a couple things on the top, and each drawer has enough room so I can store all my gym clothes, as well as a lot of other clothes. When you open up the wardrobe, again, it has a really good amount of room. It has a top shelf so I can separate my clothes and some of my hoodies, and I've got enough room to hang up a good amount of clothes. And as for the bottom, I've got some space for toiletries and extra cleaning stuff, and I just store some other things in here just so it's out the way, like my suitcase and also this board that I use to plan my videos. Next to the wardrobe, the room has one radiator, which sometimes I dry some clothes on, but predominantly it will come in very handy when it comes to the winter months. This space down here, I've currently got a laundry basket as well as just the bag I use every day. With this space, this is the main space that I'll probably next work on, as if you've noticed I currently don't have a desk in this room, so that would be the next thing that I'd get, and I'd put it right in this corner, just so it could be a space where I could either sit down and edit, or if I'm working from home. Then you come onto another door, and no, unfortunately it's not an ensuite, but this part of the room comes in really handy for me, as it's an extra cupboard and again a good amount of storage space. Here I've just got some of my bags, like my gym bag and my laptop bag. Then this is the shelf I use for all of my other toiletries, and yes, I know there's a lot, but it seems to be the only thing I get at Christmas. Then I've got a shelf of some of my gym stuff, for example my blender and my shaker, as well as my massage gun. Then behind that I've got all of my books, which some of you may recognise. As well on this shelf I also have my microphone, which I'm currently using to do my voiceover. And then as for my top shelf, I've predominantly got a load of extra camera equipment. And as for the door itself, I usually leave it just ajar, just so I can have a place to hang up my dressing gown. Behind the door I then have my stash of coffee pods. Yes, I do need my caffeine. Where I then have my bedside unit, which has my speaker, my watches, my coffee machine, and also recently my new phone stand. What I have on here next to my bed is what I use on a daily basis, from grabbing a coffee in the morning to having background music on throughout the day, and then either connecting my phone or my iPad to the stand, and if I ever get to have some downtime in the evening, I'll either use this to put on a film or watch some YouTube. Again with the drawers, it has a good amount of storage, where for this I just have my boxers and socks, and this drawer is dedicated to anything else, predominantly chargers or anything else I need for YouTube. And as for the bed, it's a small double and it's pretty comfortable, even though I can sleep like a baby in the roughest of places. Here's the 4 hours sleep. And if I'm not sleeping, I use this space to edit all my videos, or just when I want to chill out and watch something. Other than what I already mentioned, the walls are quite bare, so I probably will get some stuff to hang on the walls. I'm not too fussed about a lampshade, and I'm not that bothered about curtains. So all in all, that is my part of the house tour complete. So, how much do you think I pay? Well, I can now confirm that on a monthly basis, my rent to live here is £525. And yes, this completely includes all of my utility bills, as well as my council tax, all under the one umbrella of £525 a month. So in terms of my living costs, the only exception is the £1 I use to do a wash, as well as paying for things like food and the gym. And if you're good at maths, you'll know for that the next 12 months, I'm paying a total of £6,300 to live here, which of course is the length of time I'm planning on being here at least. If you want me to do a follow-up video around the topic of living in this place, then let me know down in the comments and just give me any of your suggestions. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you lot in the next one. In a bit. Learned my lesson from the first time by not having that small space on the back and pulling this chair back so I can actually lay down, and to actually lock the doors like this rather than with the alarm. Because last time I left it unlocked the whole night. So yeah, here's the 4 hours sleep.